So Chad seeded high enough. He had 13th seed. He got to avoid round 0. Trey had a rental hour, got pulled off it multiple times to fix the streams, and had to make it through round 0 yesterday.
We've got TREY Harrison versus Chad Hughes, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
This is a great introduction if you're watching classic Tetris.
So very different builds from both players.
So he stays alive.
And just an immediate drought because, of course, it's Tetris.
Yeah. And really, you can blame TREY for that drought. He programmed the competition parts.
It's true. All right, Chad knocking down the first Tetris, TREY right behind him. And with those kind of burns that TREY was putting on, it's that 380-point difference there. TREY set up, and boom, Tetris for TREY.
Chad set up. Oh, Chad opting to put that, fix that dependency on the left instead of taking the Tetris, but gets the long bar anyway. The Tetris god smiling upon him.
And another Tetris. Nice couple of choices there for TREY that helped him keep his stack from getting out of control. Boom, Tetris for Chad. Such a close game. 1,100 points separating these two players right now.
We need a deep breath counter next year. Deep breaths.
It would go too high. Tetris, back to back for these two players. Still 1,100 points between them. And with that Tetris, Chad pulls ahead. TREY with a couple overhangs. There are a couple solves he can use for that right side.
Could be a spin here. Will he go for a spin if he gets the piece?
And he opts just to burn it down because
none of the pieces.
None of the pieces that would have solved it show up for him.
He set up for a Tetris down the right side, a couple rows off the bottom.
TREY, a very aggressive player, will go for the dirty Tetris more often than not.
And
gets the dirty Tetris. He is known to call it an upper decker.
Don't call it that.
And he's got a bit of an elevated clear, shouldn't be a problem. Takes care of it. Nice adjustment for the L from TREY. Chad's got a little bit of cleanup to do to get his well back open. And boom, Tetris for Chad. TREY nice and clean, just waiting on the long bar. Of course, drought. Taking these skims, keeping it safe. You can see the benefit of like kind of the sloping build that lets you chuck pieces over there. Oh, now it's still going.
A couple dependencies and odd placements on top.
The drought still going.
Yeah.
He's able to get that over to the left. My goodness.
Oh no, yeah. That
Overshift.
Oh, nice line spin.
Can he get?
No, that's probably the right placement for that long bar. And he's gonna have to work this down line by line.
Oh, but the wrong.
This is gonna be
And that's it for TREY, and Chad had the lead. So Chad takes game 1. Got 40 drought. That's a killer drought.
After 10 years, it's so cool.
354. Both players getting ready for game 2.
In 3, 2, 1,
Tetris! Now both players have competed in this tournament for years. Seasoned veterans. This might be the most crowd noise they've ever experienced. It's very hyped this year. A lot of viewers, multiple matches at the same time. I don't know that I've seen any mistakes from them that seem to come from hearing crowd noise.
No, they've been around this too long. But it's probably. I mean, is this louder than it's ever been?
Yes, which is great.
Yeah, because it's all one room, and before it was in the main hall. But everything's concentrated. Bodies here, people yelling,
And hype.
and hype.
All right, so Trey set up, Chad set up, and a drought. Oh, and Trey just
Trey.
missed.
He's still
He was
oh,
trying to open
no.
up his well with that stood up
no.
L.
And
He
that's
pushed it
it.
one too far, and the early top out from Trey.
That's it.
And
Brutal.
Chad advances.
Brutal best of 3.
Everyone is devastated. Trey is a huge fan favorite. Of course, puts on the tournament, helps it look as good as it does, and it keeps it up and running. I feel like I need to tell you guys who Jeff Moore is. I think you might not know who Jeff Moore is.
Yeah.
He's been around kind of under the radar. Very, very subtle, kind of casual guy. Not very charismatic.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe the face of Tetris at this point, Jeff Moore. What year was that? 2016 finalist. Went viral. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. I'll bang for you, Jeff. We all know the phrases. And facing him, Philip. In a Christmas sweater because, to quote Philip, F Halloween.
Yeah. I totally agree.
He is famous, fastest modern Tetris guy. He had the 40-line sprint record at just the most ridiculous time for so long, and is actually, and of course a 14-year-old kid beat it, so he understands what it feels like to be bested by a teenager, something that we experienced here last year at the CTWC.
It's kind of teenagers' job to do that.
Yeah, they have a lot of free time.
Everybody rocking their new Jeff emotes.
On the side stage, we have Philip N versus Jeff. And we're going to start this in 3, 2,
1, Tetris!
Look at that! That boy, are you kidding me?
And we are up and running here. Philip knocks down the first Tetris. And Jeff just building up over here. It's exactly tied right now. 1 Tetris for each player. And Jeff surges ahead by 1. Philip with a great tuck.
Center well here. But having to quickly abandon that plan. But no, wait. But I feel like that's what a lot of center welling is. Getting set up for the center well,
Blocking
kind of duck
it.
out of it.
And then being forced back into it.
Exactly. I stay away from it.
Jeff often plays with a bit of a perma-smile. He enjoys the game. We saw him yesterday in the Chaos qualifying hour with Quaid constantly talking to him. And boom, Tetris for Jeff. A little head shake. He seems a little bewildered sometimes by how much people love saying that.
I mean, does that happen at the airport at this point? I mean, who doesn't know Boom Tetris for Jeff?
All right, so 1 off the wall is a really hard well to maintain, and he opts to just burn it down and get it back where he wants it. Boom, Tetris for Philip. He smartly avoids a line dependency there.
Yeah, opens up the right side. Oh,
Knocks down a Tetris. And he's got about a Tetris and a half lead on Jeff right now. Jeff's set up, needs a long bar. Oh, and a bit of a drought here. Let's see how these players survive it.
Jeff opens up the right side. His stack was meant to.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
His stack was set up to weather a drought here, whereas Phil's wasn't as much.
Yeah, so Philip may not have felt the drought as much because he was trying to dig out his stack. If you're not ready for a Tetris, you don't necessarily notice that you're not getting a long bar.
Philip open on the right side for a Tetris.
Boom, Tetris for Philip.
Jeff's going to open up his right side. Philip out now to about a 2 1/4 Tetris lead.
Simul Tetris. All right, another Tetris for Jeff.
He survived and won that round.
And another Tetris for Philip. Philip able to maintain his about a 50,000 point lead right now. And another Tetris for Philip, his largest lead, but Jeff fires right back.
Oh, we love that T-burn on the right side.
A nice, clean, single line clear to kind of get you well open. I think Jeff glanced over to see the score and just didn't quite drop that next piece where he wanted it to
Could have been a line spin, which is my favorite spin.
The way the droughts are counted here basically is based on the 7-bag randomizer from Modern Tetris. And the way that works is essentially you can't really go more than 13 pieces without getting a long bar. So in this version, you can go 60, 70 pieces without getting one. This will start showing up. I think it's at 13. That's when it'll switch over and start showing you how long it's been since they got that long bar. Because that really is the difference in these games. Oh, and Philip is really high up there.
This could be fatal. He can't burn a piece a couple lines away on the right side. Oh, that's a great long bar for him. So now we can get a piece over.
Nice save.
Just barely.
Okay, so so now he's got a double line dependency. He chooses to give up on one of them and just keep burning his stack down. Oh, bad Z there. Not what he wanted. Jeff nice and clean and closing that lead now. It's down to 14,000 points.
It's about a half a Tetris while Phil continues to burn here.
But man, some good burns there from Philip to stay alive and get down to that area. He was unable to reach there.
Going for the Tetris is Philip, and he gets the long bar immediately.
Oh, and Jeff
after.
Moore with the dirty Tetris.
Wow.
Boom.
So that sequence allows Philip to maintain his lead here and build on it with another Tetris.
And boom, simul Tetris, both players.
All right, wow, it transitions here like already. I can feel like the game just started.
There's a lot of early digging. In the grand scheme of things, somewhat low transition scores. In tournament, great transition scores because you're still alive.
All right, so Philip transitions at 403. Jeff about to transition here, 368. So it's all going to come down to 19. Jeff obviously demonstrating in the past that he can hang on 19. Philip can hang on 19, so we'll see how long this goes.
So Jeff's built a little cleaner, able to capitalize and get that Tetris. Nice burns from Philip there. He's ready.
A little bit dicey for Jeff here, but he gets that long bar. That's going to help put some material in there.
Just not the most accommodating stack, and then he's getting exactly the pieces that don't fit.
Oh.
But he comes out of it and gets a Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Wow.
Philip up a little high, trying to uncover these holes, and gets a couple helpful pieces there. He should be able to uncover this, stay in it.
He does. Love a long bar right now. A little bit of breathing room. Oh,
He couldn't get that T all the way to the left.
but still able to burn his stack down, get to a comfortable place.
For a few seconds at least. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Cuts the lead to 18,000 points, less than a Tetris between these two players. Jeff's setup really nice right there. Take some safety burns. And Philip is building on top of, oh, and he may have pressed that over one too far there. A little Z-burst, and this is tough for Philip.
All right, so
Philip
with a
tops
slight
out.
lead.
So Jeff needs to chase down 15,000 points right now.
But not a very accommodating stack for him either, so
He's up pretty high himself.
that long bar is going to help. Oh,
He's
no,
shaking
an
his
early
head. 8,000 points. It's a matter of a few lines here could do this for him.
Pole vault that piece over.
2,000, 1,700. A little fumble, no. Oh, and he did it!
That's going to top out, and Philip takes game one.
Philip takes game one by 1,700 points.
With one placement now, he's going to play catch up with a terrific play area. And that might be it for Slavar.
This is chaos. Chaos in this room. No one's bracket looks good right now.
Stage in 3, 2, 1,
Tetris!
All right, early stages, players building up. No one pressing down here. And simul-Tetris, both players able to capitalize on that first long bar. And another one. Tie game.
Perfect games going right here.
Yeah, 100% Tetris rates.
Let's jinx it like a baseball announcer. We call it early. Perfect games.
Oh, and Jeff able to capitalize on that next one, take a slight lead. Alright, so Jeff blocks as well. Philip able to come back with that Tetris.
Also, we went Matt Bucco versus the Duel.
All right, Philip open an immediate Tetris for Philip in the ninth column. You probably hear the Buccos.
Simul-Tetris. Less than a Tetris between these two players right now. Still very early in this game two. Philip up one game on Jeff Moore. He hits the spin.
And boom, Tetris for Jeff. That feels good.
Just sounds right. And boom, Tetris for Philip. He opens up about a Tetris and a half lead here. And another Tetris for Philip. Just nice, clean play, knocking down Tetrises.
Philip with a great J to fill in his Tetris setup on the left side. Needs to clear this open and does. Like a long bar right now, gets it, and boom, Tetris for Philip.
Philip increasing his lead here. He's up to 58,000. That's a couple Tetrises between these two players, but Jeff cuts it down.
That's a nice J for Philip there. That's a tough dependency on the left side.
Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
And boom, Tetris for Philip. I feel like I have a boom bias toward Jeff. Philip doesn't get enough boom, so.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Should even it out a little bit. Both players Tetris ready. I don't think we've seen that many droughts in this game yet.
No,
and there's one.
There
It's
it
a
is.
short one.
Yeah, thanks, Heather.
Sorry. I didn't mean I wanted them.
Hard to tell if that was an early shift from Jeff or an intentional last-second adjustment, but
Micro with that center well up so high. Oh, no. He gets the long bar.
and
His
he gets
stack
the
is
J
a
over.
mess.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
And he
it for
tops
Philip.
out. Jeff needs to chase down, and he does it
there
with
it
this
is.
Tetris. Jeff takes game two. We are going to another Game 3. This is how crazy all of these round 1 matchups are today.
Jonas says we know a relative newcomer to the scene. Looking to make a name for himself. Look at the glove!
So just like that, first 2 games don't matter. It's this game. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna win it? Who will advance?
All right, guys, round 3 on the side stage in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
Game 3 for everything. Very similar builds from these 2 players. Simul
same
build,
build.
simul build, simul build.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
I would love to
Okay.
know the longest streak of simul builds.
I'm sure someone
Yeah.
can tell you.
Please, someone
and
in the
boom,
chat.
Tetris for Jeff.
Go back through all the
MICROBLIZZ.
footage for 10 years and please let us know what the longest simul build streak is.
Philip just kind of had a little hole in the center of his stack there that he was trying to fill up. Philip trying to fill it up. Sorry for the unintentional there. And a drought. Jeff with a couple good safety burns there.
A lot of droughts in this card. Can we return this for store credit?
It feels just like the regular game of Tetris to me. And then, boom, Tetris for Jeff. Philip up pretty high. Takes the single instead of the triple, but then he takes the double. The burns, the safety burns these players decide to take are so interesting. They really do have a lot of choices sometimes. You can go for a triple or you can go for a single, you know. Boom, Tetris for Jeff. Opens up a nice early lead here.
And boom, Tetris for Philip. So yeah, Jeff up by now just about 2 Tetrises.
So Jeff with some kind of alternating holes in his stack. He wants to get back down to a nice safe level. We'll see if he gets the right pieces.
Yeah, those can be so tough because to clear one, you have to sort of put more weight on the
The
other.
other, it's just this back and forth, trying to dig out this way, but you put more weight on the other way, and
Yeah.
it's just...
Yeah, it's endless. All right, so just got a little platform here with a Tetris. Boom, Tetris
Boom,
for Jeff.
slightly dirty Tetris.
Yeah, a
Little
soiled.
smudged.
Yeah, a little smudged Tetris there.
And boom, Tetris for Philip takes the lead. And Jeff takes it back with that Tetris.
Looking nice and clean at the bottom for both players. Up top.
Yeah, so just gonna lose a little pace here to Philip. Philip Tetrises and takes the lead.
Jeff's still building one off the bottom. I mean, ideally you want to get a Tetris, get back down to the bottom with that Tetris, but the long bars are spread out just enough. He hasn't been able to do that yet.
So he's gonna have to keep so far building on top of that little platform there. But might clear it out here. No, he's gonna keep building on top of it.
This game, neck and neck right now, a difference of 5,000 points between these 2 players.
Yeah, so having to keep putting pieces on that bottom little gap there. I mean, it's not so bad on 18. But there he is. He's going to clear back down to the bottom and transfer his well over the right side.
All 10 years.
And boom, Tetris for Jeff. Phil still building up over there. Oh, a little early shift there from Phil looked like.
Mega Tetris for Mega Retro Man.
And a bit of a drought. Since Phil's digging out his stack right now, he might not feel it as much as Jeff, who is waiting on the long bar to Tetris.
Boom Tetris for Google.
And here comes the long bar and boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Not sure what Jeff was asking the ref about. Not sure if he was asking for a score update or talking about something else.
Just chatting. Yeah, just, whatever.
And both players getting some Tetrises. I can't see Philip's Tetris rate right now, 51%. It's a strong Tetris rate. And let's see what Jeff's at, 46. So a bit more consistency from Philip, but not a huge difference in the scores right now. A little over a Tetris difference with Phil in the lead.
So about to hit 100 lines here, and Jeff has 100 lines. And that's about when I start to think about, okay, well, what kind of stack do I want to have on 19 and trying to manage that.
And boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Oh, and Philip with some really great placements on the left side here.
Yeah, able to keep his well open. Bit of a drought here, but it ends relatively quickly.
And boom, Tetris for Jeff. So Philip up by a little over a Tetris. And what's transition doing right now? It is looming.
It's looming. It's on the horizon. And boom, Tetris for Jeff. Boom, Tetris for Jeff.
Another one. And would like to get 2 more before transition.
Philip really turned on the gas here, upped his Tetris rate to 59%. Nice aggression on level 18.
All right, so here it is, 19, to see who advances.
Oh, a little early shift there from Jeff. You see the head shake.
Yeah, that always takes a few pieces to recover from.
And at this speed,
Yep. This is very dangerous.
that's it for Jeff.
Well, yeah, that's going to do it for
Jeff.
And Philip
Knocked
is already
out by
ahead.
Philip.
Let's give that man his heart.